you wanted the best, you've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hey folks, this is Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only things that makes official. Welcome to over 16 years and 2,400 episodes of the Chris Voss Show. We've been bringing in the most brilliant minds, authors, CEOs, billionaires, White House presidents, advisors, Pulitzer Prize winners, all the smartest people who come with you and share their stories, their journeys of life, the things they weave, and to make your life better, to help improve it, entertain you. That's what we're here for. We're here to entertain you. We call it info entertainment on the Chris Voss Show. And we go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1, the TikTok, Chris Voss, Facebook.com. Today we have the amazing author on the show, Stuart MacBride joins us. His newest offering is coming out July 22nd, 2025. It is entitled This House of Burning Bones, which is the Chris Voss Show on Fridays. Anyway, we're going to be getting into it with him, talking about his extensive writing and library and books that he's done and everything else. Stuart MacBride is the Sunday Times #1 author of the Logan McRae and Ash Henderson novels. He's also published standalones, novellas, short stories, and slightly twisted children's picture book for slightly twisted children. He lives in the wilds of northeast Scotland with his wife Fiona, cats Gherkin, Onion, and Beetroot, and some hens, some horses, and an impressive collection of assorted weeds. Welcome to the show, Stuart. How are you?
I'm fine, Chris. How are you doing? You're looking fine and sexy today.
Oh, well, thank you. So are you, as you introed when you came on the podcast.
I like the pause that followed that statement.
You know, I'm not used to married guys hitting on me. So, so Stuart, give us a .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at, surprisingly enough, www.stuartmacbride.com. I don't tweet. There is a Facebook page, but I don't Facebook. So I occasionally Substack at Stuart MacBride as well, but mostly I write books.
And you've written quite a few. How many have you written so far?
Oh, God. I would have to actually count it up on the inside of the book, but it's 20 years I've been doing this now. So probably around about 24, 25 books.
Congratulations. That's awesome, man. That's quite a run.
I look far too young for that to be the case.
You do. You look far too young. I mean, you're just like you're in your teens at this point.
This is all shellac.
Shellac? Yeah. The makeup artist puts it on you before each show.
Oh.
Make them look older so that, I think, didn't they do that with those child stars that do TV shows? Some of them, they look old. They look older than they are. Yeah. So your new book that you have coming out, This House of Burning Bones.
Or here we go the other way.
So with your new book, This House of Burning Bones, give us a 30,000 overview of it.
I've been getting really, really angry. One of the reasons I came off social media was just how absolutely awful the world was getting. And this was like 3 years ago. So, of course, everything has improved dramatically since then.
Oh, this is January of 2025, yeah.
And it was... Oh, crivens. But it was particularly the way that the right-wing media in the UK will do its damnedest to stir up as much as it can in terms of everybody must hate immigrants, everybody must hate brown people, everybody must hate trans people, gay people, they're sketchy, can't trust them either. And then when something horrible happens, like we had, race riots in the UK last year, they all go, oh, what a terrible thing to happen. How could this possibly have occurred? Yeah, it's amazing. You pour petrol on the fire for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you start hurling lit fireworks at it, and then you're surprised when something goes bang.
Yeah,
and that was really sort of the cornerstone for the book that I wanted to write. And this actually predated the riots in the UK, which was really, really. You know how it's lovely if you're just ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 2 days away from finishing the book when we had the race riots that I had actually written about.
Oh, wow.
As a speculative thing. And they set fire to a hostel that was housing migrants.
Oh, wow.
And that's what happens just before my book starts. So
really?
If I'd been 6 months in advance, everybody would have gone, ooh, he can see in the future.
Future.
But because it was 2 days before I'd finished writing the book, it just looks like I'm jumping the bandwagon.
Wow. So did you decide to change the what you had in the book, or?
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I said it's like 154,000 words. I'm not going back and changing all those.
I'm just going to leave it. So give us a premise of the book and what's inside. The House of Burning Bones. You know, that evokes a little bit of terror just in the title.
It's set at the height of a really blistering Scottish summer, which we never used to get, but are now becoming really far more prevalent. And nothing compared to what you guys get. I mean, if a Scottish person hits 22 degrees, they melt. You know, we don't do 40s and 50s over here. But we have this pressure cooker of heat and dryness. We have the migrant hostel that's just been burned down 2 days before the book opens. So there's this to investigate, whilst at the same time the local newspaper, the Aberdeen Examiner, has just been bought over by a really quite predatory tabloid media mogul who is determined to turn the newspaper into this very provocative, shall we say, right-wing publication. And when she goes missing, all manner of hell kicks off.
Oh, wow.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, it'll change your life.
Wow, that's quite the statement. You'll laugh, you'll cry, will change your life. Sounds like my first 8 marriages.
Especially if you drop it on yourself, because it's quite big and heavy.
Oh, yeah, or you can use it to wound other people. That sometimes might be good. I don't know.
We would never advise doing that.
I didn't.
There's a Republican congressman.
Getting into it, was there anything different you approached? You know, you've written a lot of books. Was there a different approach you took to this novel, or was it pretty much, on par with what you're normally writing about and the characters you're normally using?
This one actually marks the 20th anniversary of my very first book, which was called Granite. So I have given my protagonist of that series, Logan McRae, 5 years off, because I've done so many horrible things to this poor guy. But he's had 5 years of not being in a book, and time passes in real time in his world. So he's had 5 years. He's got a kid now. He's got a lovely relationship. He's all happy. He's settled down. I have not screwed with his life for 5 whole years, and that is just all about to stop. So coming back to those characters after half a decade was really quite weird, because I haven't written about him for a huge period of time. But it was just like, a pair of trousers that your wife won't let you wear out of the house, because there's still a bit of go in them, but the knees aren't there anymore, and there are maybe thin bits threatening, revealing, shall we say. And it's like that. It's just pulling on this very, very comfortable set of characters who I don't actually have to do a vast amount to, because as soon as I'll stick Tufty in this scene with D.I. Steele, and off they go, and they fight and they bicker, just like they have always fought and bickered. And it's just an automatic thing. It's just, I have known these people so well for 20 years now, that I can just smoosh them and just let them get on with it.
Smoosh them and let them get on with it. It sounds like you have an interesting relationship maybe with your characters there.
Oh, they hate me. Oh, they absolutely loathe me. I can't imagine. And you always get asked that question: which one of your characters would you like to go and have a pint with in the pub or the bar, if you like? And it's always, I would be fine having a drink with any of them. None of them would want to sit down with me after what I have done to them. Because that's their job. They are fictional. They are there to be tortured.
They're there to be tortured. So why do you have that tact with your characters and feel like they deserve to be tortured? What's the motivation behind this?
This is kind of one of the great things about crime fiction, is that we are who we are when we are in extremis. It's at our lowest points that we are our most true selves. And that's really what crime fiction does. We do not write books about happy-go-la-la things that happen to nice people in a nice way. We take somebody's life and we destroy it, and then we do horrible things, and then we write about who they really are.
I love your outlook. I think you're the first horror genre author we've had on that has a really masochistic sort of outlook on their characters.
I'm not the masochist. I'm the sadist.
The sadist, that I stand corrected. Where do you usually do where do you usually come up with the dark themes and wit and humor? What's an inspiration for that darkness and humor in your storytelling?
A lot of it, there are two sides to it. The darkness is usually to do with me being very angry with the world.
I see where it's coming from.
Angrier and angrier with every day that passes.
I can't blame you.
Usually comes from trying to make my wife laugh. I mean, there are lots of sort of little asides and jokes that everybody will get, but there are definitely chunks in there that only one person on the entire world is going to go, "Oh, I get what you did there." And I married her 30 years ago.
It sounds like
lucky lady.
It sounds like she brings, basically, some levity to your life. So where you some happiness, joy, smiling. Cups of tea. Yeah. Well, that's top of the list right there. So tell us about your life. How did you become a writer? When did you know you were a writer and an author? And how did you start out for people that maybe are thinking about writing?
I never ever intended to be a writer. It was not on the cards for me at all. I didn't really do particularly well at English at school. I'd always been a voracious reader, and ever since I was a teeny wee boy, I would be the cliche under the duvet with a torch, reading a book when everybody else had gone to bed, up till 3 a.m, finish something, take it back to the school library the next morning, and get another book out. And I always thought that would be me. I would just be a reader. And I was very, very happy to be a reader. And that was very cool for me.
What was the first reads you...
It wasn't until I was in my mid-20s.
What was the first books that you got inspired by and read? If you don't mind me interrupting.
The very first... This is the book. When I do events, I've often talked about asking this to other people. What was the book that made you a reader? You must have one, Chris. I mean, everybody has that one book that makes them go, "Oh, this is so cool."
I think it was J.R.R. Tolkien, the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. I remember falling in love with that book and reading it over and over again. Yeah. Alan Dean Foster too. I loved a lot of science fiction.
Oh yeah, yep. I have only just discovered that there's a 4th book in the Ringworld series, and I have more Larry Niven on my shelves than any other writer.
Oh really?
But for me, it was Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
It's the first book that I can remember reading for myself, and then thinking, reading is just, oh, this is so cool. Here's an entire world that is unlike my world, and it's full of magic and all these characters. And then I discovered that every single book is like that. They're all these wonderful little worlds that you get to explore and get to be with these fantastical people that you would never meet in real life. And so Winnie the Pooh is the book that sits deep inside me. So much so, I don't know if you guys have. Do you have a show called Mastermind over there?
I don't think so. Is it like the? We don't. We have some sort of variation of it that's named something different, maybe.
Yeah, we have a show over here called. But there's a celebrity version of it, which seemed like really weird. Why the heck they would want to have me on it? But I went on Celebrity Mastermind, and it's you sit in this black leather chair, and this very grumpy old man throws questions at you in an incredibly po-faced manner, and you have to get them all right, or you're humiliated on national television in front of hundreds of thousands of millions of people. And it's a competition. So when I went on there, my specialist subject was the life and works of A.A. Milne.
Oh, wow.
All because of Winnie the Pooh.
All because of Winnie the Pooh.
Worst thing I've ever done. I would never, ever do that.
It didn't go well, huh?
Oh, I do not like quizzes. The trophy's sitting up on the shelf, but it's like taking an exam, an oral exam, in front of the entire nation.
So what made you to want to do it then? If you hate quizzes,
I was told it would be a great idea, and I should do it. And I reluctantly agreed, and then came to my senses, tried to back out, and was convinced to do it again. And then I bought myself a great big Lego wheel excavator thing as a reward for if I finish it, then you can build the thing with Lego. And then I reluctantly went down and did the quiz.
Well, you know, some things you got to try once.
I'm a grown.
Some things you got to try once to see how they go. On your new book, is this a character? Are these are characters that have been in previous books that are in the House of Burning Bones?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Logan McRae is he used to be a detective sergeant back at the very beginning. Because I decided, you know, when you read crime novels, they always follow the same pattern. You have got the lead character, who is a weirdo. And they're all, you know, Sherlock Holmes is just bizarre. He has his violin and his implacable logic and his opium. And you've got Inspector Morse with his real ale and his classic cars and his classical music. And you've got Rebus with his pop music and his rock music and his heavy drinking. And you've got, and that's always the way it is. And they always have a normal person that they drag around with them who is the sidekick. Because they are there so that the author can explain the plot to the reader. We are meant to be, he is normal because we are normal. That's the conduit. That's how we understand. Watson goes, "Good God, Holmes, how on earth did you work out that?" And the author explains how clever he is. And I thought, wouldn't it be really interesting to do it the other way around? So instead of having the big weirdo central character, I would write my books about the sidekick, the normal person. And everybody that he works with and everyone he works for, they are the big weirdos. And they are the archetypes that you get in detective fiction. So they should be the heroes, but it's not.
So as we go out, tell us people where they can get to know you, get to find out more about the book, website.com, et cetera, et cetera.
If you go to stuartmacbride.com, it will be slightly out of date, but hopefully it will be slightly more up to date in the not too distant. I have recently moved publishers, so they are trying to see just how much they can actually tell people about me without, you know, breaching the Official Secrets Act. Oh, Chris, you've frozen and gone all Dalek. Oh, and it all been going so smoothly up till then.
Yeah, some unstable issues and delays. Anyway, thank you, Stuart, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
It's been lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.
And to wear clothes as well. I don't know how I dress this fancy.
And thanks so much for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss. Chris Voss won the TikTokity and all those crazy places. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks,